Well, as you saw in the time lapse, we got most of the field done. We've got to go and finish off the end headland. But basically I did that at the end of the last day that we were doing. Came back, parked the old JCB up in the driveway, because we can. However, we have good news. Look! There are considerably more sheep than there were yesterday. We have had babies. So we've had 5 lambs out frickin' standing. We're at 90% health, which I guess they were a struggle to get out, perhaps. It's definitely the wrong time of year to be lambing, 1st of August. But that's how that rumbled. So I fed the cows. I gave them 2 lots of TMR. This is going to reverse weird, isn't it? Clearly, must do. Does it reverse alright? Nope, it reverses not that great. We'll just push it round. We don't need that gate, that fence anyway. That's not great for turning, is it? There we go. So, yes. So we obviously got stone picking to do. We knew we would after ploughing. It's inevitable that it's going to pull up the stones. But we just need to finish off this headland section, which we will do right now. So I'll put you into operating. I'm taking your sweet time about it, aren't we? I think I'd rather have it the other way around. That end is not done either, I don't think. So we just... Oh, stop being so silly. Just get on with it. So we won't need to cultivate this field because we get that state after we've done the stone picking. I also have an update, and I don't know how true this is about Court Farms or Court Farm, and that is that it's not actually coming out until the end of March, beginning of April. So we have got at least another season, another year here. So we just crack on, we'll get our crops in and carry on as normal. And if Court Farm comes out, then we'll just move. If it doesn't, then we'll just carry on. So we're going to stick to the same format, obviously. Nothing's changing. I won't get stuck into any kind of role-playing as of yet. As I said I would when we go into Court Farm. I'm not gonna do that yet. Not with this. What else do I have news on? Nothing really. Nothing in particular. We just need to get this done. We're going to stone pick it. I don't think we're going to get any type of cultivating done. But we are fully fertilized, so that is grand. Yeah, I have a new mod for picking up the stones, which I've not used yet. I believe it is on the mod hub, so you can get it. I don't know if it's available for console, but it is the extra wide stone picker, which means it's going to fill twice as quick unless the capacity's been upped on it as well. I'm not too bothered about that. I just want it to get rid of the stones as quick as possible because it is a tiresome process. It's very slow to react, this. What's going on? I pressed it like 3 times, it didn't do anything. unimpressed. Just this little bit to do, and then the top up there, we need to do some landscaping up there and sort that out. The silage that we get from our grass fields, because we're not going to need any hay or any more silage for our animals, is all going to be sold. So that is going to be a nice amount of money, especially off that big field. And we're going to sell it all this time. That field and the two smaller ones. That is going to be a very nice windfall of money for us to go into the winter with. Obviously, when it's all done. So we'll just head up here. Oh, there's a couple of little spots that didn't get done. I'm not going to go around and find them all. And obviously, as you will have seen, I put this field into one with its back into one with its other side. Sorry for those of you that like realism, but we need to try and make this a bit sensible, curvy. And you definitely wouldn't do curvy with a plough. It would shear everything off. Although I have heard of a story of somebody attempting to plough around corners with I think it was a 4-furrow plough and a Case Maxim 5130 or 5130 I think it was. Interesting to say the least. So we don't need the plough anymore. We can take this back. I'll grab the old stone picker. Should have really put this in transport position, but seeing as how it's our roads we're going on, we're not going to meet anybody and get into trouble, are we? And the old popo aren't going to stop us. So we can return that. We can return that, as apparently CEEBUR can't speak correctly today. Return, back. Oh, no, in here. That should be in here. There it is. So, whoever modded it done a supreme job. Basically added these extra bits on, which are even wider than that. So they've made these. They've not just copied and pasted. So, wheel brand. That doesn't matter, does it? 3,264. Well, we need it because we need to do the job. What I didn't check is how much it was going to cost. How much it was horsepower requirement, if that had changed. I can't imagine it has. Although it does feel relatively heavy in comparison to what the other one did. See? Just pushed me. Dodgy. So let's unfold you. Oh, much wider. And turn you on. No, there we go, turn you on. Well, it pulls just the same, so Same sort of speed going on. I'm okay with that. It's just twice the width, isn't it? Twice the width, which is everything really when it comes to doing this tedious job. I don't know if it actually is a real cultivated state that it leaves it in. I must check it after once we've done, and see what state it actually does leave the field in. It looks like the cultivated state, so I can only presume that it is the cultivated state. However, it doesn't do anything to the non-ploughed section by the looks of it. So maybe it just detects that, hey, this is a ploughed... See, it's not doing anything there. Maybe it just detects that, hey, this is a ploughed field, change the texture, and doesn't actually give it a state, which would be a bit sad, wouldn't it? So I think the only thing that we can do here really is I'll probably do a little time lapse and a jump cut, depending on how long it actually takes. Well, that is much better, isn't it? Much, much better. Thank you very much indeed, whoever you are who decided to make this. Because that is supreme. So I think whilst we're up here, I might do that bit of landscaping. I thought this would be quite a good place to put these stones. Apparently, driving really is an issue for me today. Yes. Yes, it is. What on earth is wrong with me today? I have no idea. I'm starting to feel a little bit sadio. Hey, it's me, Sadio. I'm so sad. I'm so sad. Well, if you persevered through that horrible little interference of CEEBUR driving like a plonker, you are a true fan. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Right, let's turn you off. We're going to send that back in a minute anyway. In here, actually, we just as well do it whilst we're in here, hadn't we? Return. Thanks very much appreciate it. You did a grand job. And in here, construction, landscaping. Let's see, what's this one? It is soften. That is the one. Do. Keep forgetting I can't use the scrolly wheel. I've been in Giant's Editor, and now I'm completely kerfuffled as to what we're doing. So that won't flatten out that corner, but it will smooth out this, which is better than it looking like a mountainside. Let's face it, that was ridiculous. Very good, very good. Okay, painting. What have we got? We got some kind of dirt. Is it that one? I think it is. That's the kitty. So if we make it, oh, that's too big. Make it that big. Some dodgy fella stood there. Don't know who that is. And then we'll have some of this along there. Like so. And then we'll have some of that up there, like that. Why is that still dodgy field? Thank you. Didn't like that, did you? For whatever reason. There's no actual reason for needing to do this other than to make it look tidier. This is our reason. Actually, that... oh, that's because it's field texture, isn't it? That's why. I was getting a bit confused as to why the old grass was looking a bit woolly. We appear to have a lot more textures than we did before. I've not done an update. How odd. Okay, so let's just make it look a bit more summit. We don't want none of that. We don't want none of that. I think that will do. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, get off. Silly thing. Yeah, so that's much tidier. It's still a bit... but it looks more acceptable. Acceptable. I don't know, I probably could... if I spend a bit more time on it, I could probably do a bit of a better job. Right. JCB, let's return you. No, not return you. Let's take you back to the farm and grab ourselves a cultivator is what we need, and we need to do all of our fields. And I'm going to check that that bit to see whether it does give it a cultivated state. I have no idea what I might go. Have I got the complete Kubota pack installed? It's quite possible. It's all going to spawn here anyway, whatever I get. So we'll just park up a second. And even if I do have the cultivator pack, do we have? What should we go with? We don't have... What? 500 horsepower. That is massive, isn't it? Let's have a look at this. I don't think I've ever looked at that before. That is ridiculous. Very good. The Rustle mash. Nope. A lemkin. Well, we all know that we like a bit of lemkin. We got cockling, so we could. This is base game though. 320 horsepower. Lemkin again. I did see that there are some mods in testing, and there's some lemkin stuff in mods in testing. So I'll be interested to see what they are. That's very narrow. Is the JCB got enough horsepower for that? That one. 320. So potentially... Why do I go on rollers for? I don't know. Because I meant to click that one. It's 8 meter. 320. That's 6 meter. 5.78. What? 5.78 meter. Oh, I see. So what's the... That's ridiculous. It's the same thing. Well, it's not actually. It's got packers and stuff on it, on the front. This one. Lease price. Yes. Okay, we'll go with that. It's a base game one. We can use base game stuff. It's not all about mods, is it? Although it is nice to use mods. Oh, we were going to check that field as well. Let's have a look. So what state does it give us? Here we are. Cultivated. It does give us cultivated state, so we don't need to cultivate that again, which is grand. And then we'll just do our section of 34. We're going to keep those two like that, and then we'll keep these as grass. Right, so I think we'll go and do... We're going to the other field so that we're not in the same place all the time, so it's just going to be ridiculous. And then we'll start... I may do the field, or I may just time-lapse out of the episode. There's not been too much talking, but I've tried to get the important stuff spoken about. In fact, before we do go into the old time-lapse and everything, we'll just take a look at the cows and see what their money situation is at. I believe our oldest cows have dropped price again. I'm not worried about it though. I'm not worrying about it. So just to get us up to speed with the cows, these are our oldest ones. They are 40 months old, aren't they? Yes. And they're at 3333. Health is 100%, reproduction is 20%. So we just need this to go up, and then just keep an eye on this, and if it gets up to, I think it was 4,000 and something, wasn't it? I don't know. These ones will get to the top price before that, and then we'll know anyway. 80%, 70%, 90%. So 3,500 at the moment. At 100%, I think it's either 356 or 36 something. So we'll just hang about for a second, watch these guys, and then we'll know. That will give us the full-on answer. I'm going to start over in this corner and come back on ourselves. And I'm going to time-lapse out of the episode, I think. And then we'll finish off our cultivating in the next episode. Because we've got all the time in the world if my information is correct. Before we go over to Court Farm. Oh, it's pulling stones out. Hip hip hooray. I hate stones. Why on earth would it do that? We've already de-stoned all this anyway. I'm going to turn the stones off. I wonder if I turn it off now. Doesn't make any difference turning the stones off, I don't think. Well, it hasn't done in a previous map, so whether it actually does. Why have I folded it? I'm having a day and a day. I appear to have a day every day at the moment. Every day appears to be a day. Stones off. No more stones coming through. Well, that's fantastic. We've done our stone picking for this year, I think. Those nasty stones can stay where they are. I hope you've enjoyed the episode today. Thanks for watching, everyone, and stay safe, and may the weather be with you.